we're beginning today's stream with clinking of glasses. I don't know. I just so happen to have another glass on the desk, so I just made that sound. Yeah, welcome into the chat, everyone. Hope y'all are doing well tonight. Having some Chinese food right now. I got the StreamYard link right there if anyone wants to pop up, and I'll put this right down there at the bottom. And yeah, tonight is one of those nights where we just do whatever we want. It's Thursday night live discussion. And on Thursday night live discussions, it's really just a mixed bag as to what you could expect. I need to think of the last time I did one of these lives. I need to take a second look to remember when the last time I did one of these things were, but like I actually kept it. Was at least a couple months ago, yeah. June was the last time I did a 12-minute one. The last time I did a full Thursday night live discussion, not gonna believe it, 8 months ago since I've done one that was over 30 minutes. So we're back. I promise. They're coming back, yo. I'm not joking this time. I'm not joking. The Thursday night lives are making their return, man. So yeah. I'm sorry I missed Trivia Tuesday this week. I had a game, and it basically forced me to postpone that live to right now. So I hope everyone's having a good day. If you haven't already, be sure to click the like button if you want to. Of course, that is the thing I want to emphasize when I'm doing these streams, is that it's just an option. Just remember that, guys. Please, if you're trying, here's my number one tip when trying to grow a channel: don't force it. People will choose whether they want to do it or not. So that's just my number one tip. And with these streams, expect a lot of things, which will include help with YouTube channels, which is why we allow people up on the panel. I just need to make sure that you're not gonna wreak havoc up on the panel. So I do monitor it. I have a sound that plays when someone joins. That way I know that there's someone joining. And today has been a pretty decent day. We had had something weird happen this morning. It was a little something I like to call a fog, if you know what I'm trying to say here. Fog is pretty common up here in the Northeast. We get it. I've been seeing it just about every morning in the last couple weeks, and this morning was really special. It was like you couldn't even see, and it came out of nowhere. It was perfectly clear when it got on at 5:30. But by 6, everything was just pitch black, covered in fog. It was a crazy morning, to say the least. I don't know about anyone else around the area, but there's a lot of fog, and the cold weather is coming. It is, and it is here to stay, regardless of what you think. The cold weather is coming over here. It's trying to settle in, and it will continue to try to settle in. So yeah, it's gonna be 47 tonight, which is cool. I'll take 47 degrees over what's coming on Monday, where we're seeing a low of 30 degrees. So I'm not looking forward to Monday night. Yeah, Monday night is gonna suck royally. So to prepare for Monday night, I need to make sure that the fall garden is already implanted, which it halfway is. I just need to plant a couple more things and then get it under the grow lights. I've gotten none of them under the grow lights so far. The only one I got them in the mantle area in the kitchen. That's it, and they're getting their sunlight. Still having enough sunlight daily to be able to support these. It's just a matter of how. It's just a matter of how quickly these things want to develop is going to be the biggest question as for this. So, I don't know how many of you guys are doing the fall garden. I'll put that question up here. I'll add the discussion question for now. So, right now, discussion question. So, I'm just going to put discussion, and then the question is going to be, well, I forgot, so I have to rewind. Just a second. Hang on. It was, wow. That's an easy way to make the stream weird. To forget what the question you're about to ask was. So, yeah. It's quite the way to make the stream entertaining or unentertaining. I mean, yeah. The discussion topic is going to be... You know what? I'm just going to put the one that came first to mind. Are you doing a fall garden? are you doing a fall garden this year? So let's discuss on this one. How many of you guys are doing the fall garden this year? And if you are doing the fall garden, how are you going to like make sure it's successful? Because we want the most successful fall garden, right? Yep. We all want successful gardens. So if we want a good fall garden, we need to make sure it's successful. So if you're doing a fall garden, what are you going to do to ensure success with that fall garden? For me, the hydroponic system. I am hoping and praying the hydroponic system doesn't fail this winter, because if it fails, I will be very mad. I want that hydroponic system to withstand the winter. I want it to be above the winter, actually. It'll be so cool that it's actually above winter. It's just like that, man. That's the goal for the hydroponic system. I don't know if it's actually going to be like that, but regardless of if it actually is going to be like that, I still hope the hydroponic system works at least. Like, come on, just let the hydroponic system work at least. Alright. I'll leave this question up while I discuss what I'm doing for the fall garden. To also ensure more success, it's going to be frequent checkups with that fall garden, because we want to make sure that fall garden is going to be pretty successful, right? So we're going to frequently be checking up on that. I'm going to be doing, the plan is to do a garden tour every other week. Not every other week. 2 times a month is going to be the goal. So you'll probably see one, like, I don't know, probably around like the 9th or something like that, and then you'd see one around like the 23rd or something like that. They won't be marked with stuff like, oh, early garden tour, mid-November garden tour, stuff like that. It'll just be like an update, and then it'll provide a number right at the end of the title. Hopefully, that'll do the trick. I don't know if it would actually do that sort of trick, but I will try to make sure that the fall garden survives, so I have some content to put up this winter. Other than that, though, I think the fall garden this year will finally get some form of a success with that fall garden this year, possibly. Now, keep in mind, the possibility is a possibility that the seeds I used went bad, and then, yeah, no more seeds. That would suck. But I don't think that'll happen. I think I finally planted the good seeds this year. I think I finally got those really nice seeds out in the ground. So, yeah. I just clicked the mute button. I don't know why I did that. Like, I randomly clicked the mute button. It's like right there at the bottom of the screen. I don't know why. So weird. Either way, though, yeah, if you haven't already heard, I started up some new channels. What's going on? Odom's Homestead. If you haven't already heard, I've been starting up a couple new channels recently, all for the sake, I really badly want to call it self-promotion, but it's not. It's just a simple way of, this is a quite simple way to be able to enjoy YouTube more. Because I love having that, like, hit of like, oh, this channel's doing pretty good. So that's why I'm starting up many different channels. I have King Chicken, which is my channel where I post all my music on. It's all free to use. I have the chicken vlogs where like I talk about like stuff that's not really related here. The chicken clips where I just take clips from this channel and post it there every other month or something like that. I don't know. And then more to chicken. I'm promising an upload this week in there. That's where I do all the YouTube help stuff and like tutorials and all that whatnot, and maybe some reaction. That is what to expect over on the More to Chicken channel. I will occasionally post some random shorts there. That is one thing to expect as I experiment with a lot of these things. Expect a lot of experimentation with these things, and probably a new channel will pop up randomly. You'll just wake up one morning, and a brand new channel will just pop up there. That's probably what's going to happen. And I hope and pray that those 4,000 hours will start trickling in soon. Yep, that is the hope. That is at least the hope. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you something real quick. So if we go to YouTube Studio, right? And we go check out our monetization section. Look at how far away we are from 3,000, let alone 4,000. See, I'm not going for the 3,000. If I hit the 3,000, I'll probably hit the 4,000 2 days later. Because that's just how a lot of people have that sort of stuff happening. I don't know what it is. It's like, once you hit that, like, 3,000, you're, like, almost immediately going to hit that 4,000. That's the hope. Is that soon I'll be able to do all that stuff. But for now, we will be restricted to not being able to earn any dollars from YouTube. For now, I just make the content for fun, and I'll still keep making it for fun. Nothing's even going to change. There will be at most like one ad every millennia playing, unless they decide to shove ads down your throat, which is what they're trying to do right now. I don't know if you guys are hearing about this, but people are complaining, and I mean complaining about people getting... I use ad blocker, if you don't know. I know. I confess to using ad blocker, and I'm a proud ad blocker user. But for now, it's still working, but it'll probably not work by the time I like wake up tomorrow morning. So they're changing a lot of things all of a sudden. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Like the UI changed. If you don't know what the UI is, it's like that. It's basically how the look on your screen is. Like right now, what you're seeing right now, if you're on your PC or your phone, you're looking at the stream right now. Maybe you're watching the replay, or you're in the stream directly. What you're seeing is the UI, the look of the interface. And they're changing that up a lot. And they're trying, and I mean trying, to force simplicity. I don't know what it is. Everyone wants to force simplicity. See, I wouldn't have an issue with it if everyone didn't, like... Yeah, ads won't bring in money unless you're getting 1,000 views per video. I think, like, on Shorts, the RPM for 1,000 views, like, I can easily pull 1,000 views on a short, maybe 2,000 on a good day. If I'm really lucky, 5,000. I'll have that, like, second growth spurt. And then if that second growth spurt happens to grow it up above 6 feet, then it might hit 7,000 views, which has only happened twice this year. Once on the day I left for vacation, and once last Friday. So, it's been quite an interesting year, to say the least, if I don't say so myself. But yeah, you earn like 6 cents from 1,000 views, so when you do the math and you multiply 6 times 7, I'm earning 42 cents from exactly 7,000 views. The RPM on long videos, if I get like 7,000 views in a long video, you'd probably earn like, I don't know, maybe $4 or $8. No, I don't think you need 10 million shorts views. I think that, because like they offer as like an option, it doesn't ever say that you need like 10 million shorts views to monetize. It just says that like it's an option, like a second option. At least I think it does. I'll double check. And one here, I'll share the screen to prove. Just let's see. Am I right or am I wrong? And one of the following. You see, it just says one of the following. Watch page ads, shorts feed ads. Yep. And it just says, and one of the following. I think that's a common misconception. I don't know if... It doesn't, at least right now, look like you need 10 million shorts views to get monetized, because at most you're earning 6 cents from that. But, like, either way, man, 6 cents is 6 cents. They used to be able to buy a lot back in the day. Now it's just pocket change that, like, you'd give back at the cash register. But, hey, 6 cents is still 6 cents. But either way, yeah, that's how it's going right now. The trek to monetization is slowly getting more intense. The battle, we're not losing it anymore. We're starting to go up in the ranks a little bit. Although it's still gonna be a vigorous battle to get up there. Yeah, hang on, just a second. The new message popping up. Just a second. 6 cents for what? Per like 1,000 views on shorts, and 6 cents for 1,000 views is crazy. I think it'll be more like 3 cents per 1,000 views on shorts. On long videos, it's like $3 or $4. That's what I was just talking about, like RPM, the amount of money you generate per 1,000 views. For a channel like mine, it would be like $4 to $8. So if So like my best performing video at 1.7 thousand views would pull in like $6. It's for me, it's 12 cents. That is crazy. I mean, depending on like, I don't know if it's like the watch time, but we have over 4,000 hours monetized, but not on shorts. I have to get 10 million. You have a short over 25K. The best performing short I have is 14K, and I don't know why it got 14,000 views. I'm surprised the one at 8,000 wasn't the one that like exploded, because that one had good watch time. Even the swipe through was like 80%. With that one, it just has everything going against it, but it defied all odds somehow. A lot of my videos just been defying all odds. So yeah, it does look like you may need 10 million views. I'll have to double check that for later, but yeah, if you do need 10 million shorts views, that would kind of suck, because I only have like 120,000. So yeah, I got 12 cents per 100. So you're getting per 1,000, yeah, 1,000. I was about to say 12 cents. You're earning $1.12 for 1,000 views. Because if you do that math, and you get like $1.12, and you got that 10 million viewed video, right? You'd be getting 11. Hang on, there's no way you'd be getting 11 million. It would be $1.20 times 10,000. Yeah, you'd just be getting 12K from that. And from what I've heard, shorts is just like doesn't produce the best revenue, which is why a lot of people have other things like paid memberships, super thanks, super chats, products, and merchandise. And merchandise is what I really want to dig into, because I have some great ideas for merch. I just don't have the time to set it up. I'll be working on theme pages and stuff like that soon. I'll be trying it, at least. I'll try my absolute best to get some merch, because I have some really good ideas. Just I don't have the resources quite yet to be able to express those true ideas in terms of like a shirt or a hat or like an apron or like an oven glove or a water bottle. Those are ones I'm seeing a lot more. Merchandise like water bottles. Those are really cool. I don't have one yet, but like bumper stickers and stickers are something you should really go into sometimes. Yeah. 109.09 for 1,000 views in the live stream. Getting nowhere near close to that. Yeah, because they take a cut of the share. From what I know, even though I'm not monetized, I do a lot of research on this stuff. So that way I can talk to people about this sort of stuff and give them the information they need to know. From what I know, ad revenue, you get 55% of the cut. For channel donations and memberships, you get 70% of the cut. For our fundraisers, the organization gets 100% of the cut. Because obviously you try to do a nice thing. On other platforms, though, you get like 5% of the cut, and like 95% goes to the owner. But 109 point for 1,000 views on a live, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I could just do a 24-hour stream. Boom, $100. Because it's very easy to get some views on the lives, because people pop in and out, and whenever someone stays for like more than 3 minutes or something like that, I don't know what it is to be counted. Like, it'll stay there, and you'll get those views and watch hours. Hopefully. That's why I'm doing these lives again. See, I just randomly came out of that massive hiatus from doing lives. And I'll say, coming out of it is really hard, but I'm still trying to get those hours, man. We're doing a 2,000 subscriber live on Saturday, and then probably a random stream on Sunday, and chicken chat on Monday. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like you get that payout once every month or something like that. Like you get the $100, and then it waits and then you have to wait. Once that $100 threshold is met, you get like you have to wait a whole month for that payout to come through. I can't get views 70 to 105. You're only getting $3 to $4. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. That's better than I get on lives. I get like, I mean, the post live stream can do really well. It's just the actual live that like does really good. My best performing live in recent days are my live chicken cameras. People love watching my chickens. They're really cute chickens. I mean, don't get me wrong about that one. We moved them today, and they're no longer in an area where I can get good data. So that might suck. I'll try. Since you guys seem to like watching the chickens. The chickens have moved, though. I'll tell you that. The chickens are no longer in that old area that they used to be in. We moved them while I was in school today, so I don't have a video yet. It'll be the first moving day in over a year I've done. So yeah. But yeah, we moved the chickens today. We got them all set and ready for their new area, and they're doing pretty good in there. And the goal is to keep them safe in that area. Make sure nothing like a fox or coyote or bobcat comes in. It comes in and tries to take the chickens. Make over $100 a month. That's for 4 months. Yeah, first month. Yeah, I don't really know exactly because I'm not monetized, and that's something I still need to look into. But yeah, there's a lot of things that go into making a little bit of money. A lot of people think that money instantly deposits. It doesn't. As someone who's not even monetized, I already know it doesn't immediately deposit. So you can't automatically pay off all your house and car fees as soon as you get monetized. Nope, you have to wait a month. So yeah, it can be painstaking, but it works. So I'm having my iced tea right now. Pretty good. Yeah. Don't expect YouTube to immediately pay for like 3 Lamborghinis and 5 Bugattis and 17 Hellcats. No, you can't get all that right away. Even if you are still getting like 100 million views a video, that's only like a couple $1,000s you're making off that video. You can't just like immediately like start looking into getting that stuff. You build that sort of stuff over time. That's one thing I know, because I know a little bit about financing, and you don't want to spend all that money immediately. I don't know why people think they need to spend all that money they make on YouTube immediately. So yeah, that's one thing about YouTube, is that you need to make sure that the money you get from YouTube goes to like good things. Like for me, the goal is going to be to make my content better than ever, film some of my greatest videos. That's going to be my goal. That is what I'm trying to do right now, is improve the content. So that's why I'm oftentimes open up to the criticism, and I improve around it. So YouTube advice number like 30. Always look for improvement. Always ask for criticism. There is a massive difference between criticism and hate. Like, I don't know what it is, but people think that when someone critiques them, like, oh, you should improve this, that it's automatically hate. It's not. It's not. They're trying to help you improve. Yeah. And the bills don't wait for... Yep, you have to... That is why you can immediately start making money. So you have to wait. And you see, I wouldn't even quit YouTube unless I really, really, really had to. Like, and if I do, it'd just be a massive, like, multi-month break. That's the worst I'd ever do. And plus, this is probably like one of my favorite. This is probably like my favorite part of the day. It's just recording a video, and I could do really, and I have the freedom to post, to film what the video is going to be about. Freedom to create, and like the freedom to create the structure of the video, and I don't have to go off like some stupid note sheet that the school gives me. Nope, I can do whatever I want here. Because I love chickens, man. What do you say? I mean, how many of you guys in the chat own chickens? I do. Completely off topic, but how many of you guys own chickens in the chat? Because, like, I know a lot of us here are from the chicken side of the spectrum. I am personally right in between chicken and gardening. More leaning on the chicken side. I'm a little bit more on the chicken side. Because we did chickens. I've been just always patiently waiting for the chickens to come back in, like, 2018, 2019. And when they came... very hyped, and the hype has still not died down, because it's now plastered all over here. All the memories I have of my chickens are plastered all over here. So how many of you guys, and if you do have chickens, how many chickens do you have? Like, the numbers decreased significantly. Last check, 24 in the farm flock, 20 in the brooder, and 12 in the pet flock. Yeah, we lost 2 in the farm flock, so that number, when you do that math, is 56, yeah. 56 chickens. It's decreased by 2, but that's still a crap ton of chickens. I mean, we would have 98 if none of them died. But, you know, cycle of life and stuff. And some of them didn't even die to, like, predators. Although, the biggest contender here was the coyote, followed up by the fox, and then the bobcat, and then the hawk, and then whatever got Lovey. I don't know. There's been a lot of random things that's been getting to the chickens this past year. I'm still certain that whatever got Lovey was a hawk, but like, there's still a lot of things. So, oh crap! Did I close that tab? I thought I just. All right, good. Thank you, bro. So glad I didn't close the tab I was looking for. So, how many of you guys in the chat have chickens? I know. I ask this question a lot, but there's a lot of people in the chat that don't have the chickens, and they just came in. I'm like, sorry, I'm having dinner. But yeah, how many of you guys in the chat have chickens? Because I personally do, of course. But I don't know about you. So yeah. That's like some awkward silence right there. I don't really care though. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the stream is open for anyone that would want to join. Obviously, you don't have to, but if you want to join, there it is. Yeah. Waiting to get a good YouTube check before I get chicken so I can buy a coop because I can't build it. Yeah. Here's a quick little tip if you're buying the coop. Make sure you're choosing one that's been like really good rated. You want to look at some reviews before you get it. Some companies like selling their chicken coops to like the big like industry that like you're going to the store buying the chicken coop. The company that made that chicken coop might have to put a lot of effort into it. So you might want to review the coop. You could probably find some things online that'll help you out with that. Or go down the route of like what a lot of people that are just like getting into building on the farms are getting into, and like learning a little bit of building, and it requires a little bit of like a lot of things with like trigonometry and measurements and all that whatnot goes into building that coop. So you really need to learn a lot of things to be able to get that coop done. But once you get all that stuff, master it down, you can build a better coop that is 10, maybe even 20 times better than the ones you'll find at the store. Even the best-selling ones that are known to have the best quality in them, you might be able to overtake them. So yeah, one of the easiest things that you can do with that one. So yeah, all right. That's one recommendation of mine. Or you could just like repurpose something. If you have like a shed or a barn that you're not using really, and like you want to like repurpose it, and you don't have a use for it, or at least for a while, you don't want to use it. That's where repurposing comes in. The art of repurposing is crazy. You can repurpose things and turn them into like, you can repurpose like an old shed or shack or something like that. Turn that into a chicken coop. Obviously, with necessary modifications like roosting bars. If you have a 2-floor shed, maybe a little loft up at the top for any of the chickens that are daring enough to get up there, because that would be what I would be doing if we had a 2nd floor chicken coop. But we only have 1 floor, which is more than enough for all the chickens. So yeah, I don't know, would you ever build a 2-floor chicken coop? I want to hear in the chat, would any of you guys ever build a 2-floor chicken coop? That's the most random question that's never been asked before, but would you build a 2-floor chicken coop? Would you? I would if I had the chance, for a video. Obviously, it's a pretty cool, entertaining video. So would you build a 2-story chicken coop? Now, that one's subjective. With the fall garden question I asked at the beginning, it's like very different, but this is like one, like you can answer like one word, give a little explanation possibly. But yeah, it would be pretty nice to have a 2nd floor on the chicken coop where you could store like hay and straw and maybe water, spare water, some chicken feed. It would be nice to have that all in one location. But on the other hand, some towns wouldn't really appreciate it if you just freely built a 2-floor chicken coop. Specifically ones that are right in the middle between suburbs and rural areas. Those are the ones that love having permits for everything. So make sure you check up if you're going to build a 2-floor chicken coop. Make sure you check up with your local regulations if necessary. So, yeah. A second floor on the coop can be used for a lot of things. It could be used for all that stuff I mentioned before, or maybe even install some maybe bring out like a Wi-Fi cord out there and just plug in the Wi-Fi, and that'll be my little secret hideout up there. Or insulate it, and that'll be my bedroom. And obviously extend the Wi-Fi cord up there. That would be nice to have a second floor in a chicken coop. Obviously you need to make sure it's heated, ventilated, all that whatnot, but that would be nice to have a second floor in the chicken coop. Obviously. Especially since the sky's the limit with that second floor. You can do really whatever you want with it. But for now, one floor chicken coop gets it done. And always a handy little tool. They can always invest your money into. Handy little tool, Cool tool, you can invest your money in it. It's not a big investment. I'll see how much they are right now. You could probably find one for under $200. I'm talking about the wheelbarrow. Nice little investment of money, and you can transport anything you need across the yard. It is an easy means of transportation, so you could get that hay and straw loaded up into one part of the wheelbarrow. Then you could add the buckets that you use to scoop out the shavings and stuff like that and feed in the water and push it without ease to that other side of the yard. That is what I like about those wheelbarrows. They're a great investment, and I'd recommend them. Or, of course, you just build a second floor in the chicken coop. But if you're building a portable one, obviously the thing you're moving it with might have a towing limit, especially if you're moving it with a tractor. If you're moving it with a massive pickup truck that can tow 30,000 pounds, the sky's the limit with that one. But most the chicken coop we have in our backyard is under 2,000 pounds. That's what I can speculate. Oops, I did that again. I clicked the mute button yet again. Hate it when I do that. So yeah, second floor would be really nice, as I was just saying. Now, the next question I'm going to ask is what is your dream chicken breed? Now remember, this could be one that doesn't exist as well. It doesn't have to be one that exists. For me, my dream chicken breed would be one that lays every day and still lives 6 to 12 years. Because you can get certain modifications to chicken genetics that allow them to lay more, but a dream chicken breed would be one that can still live 6 to 12 years. Because it's just useful to have a chicken that lays that long, and you'll notice a steady decrease in laying eggs. Or it can be an existing one, like the ISA Brown, which I like to call the dream chicken breed, because they are just like that. They are the dream. They are the ones that'll help you get through all those tough times sometimes, because those breeds are friendly, they lay the eggs, but on top of these chickens, you have the buff Orpingtons smack above it, and the Barred Rocks right below it. Barred Rocks are competitive, which is why a lot of people label them as the bad chickens in the flock for some reason. People love to label the Barred Rocks as the bad chickens, but they're not that bad, actually. If you notice that they're competitive, they're always at the top of the pecking order. It's because they're just competitive in nature, and it's just fine. It's perfectly fine. Just let the chickens live. They'll have a pecking order. Barred Rocks just want to be on top. And sometimes they don't make it to the top, and they're extremely disappointing themselves. But that fighting doesn't last for too long, which is one thing I'm glad about, is that the chickens like to put in, specifically the Barred Rocks like to put in, the good chickens and all, but they fight a lot. And I mean, yeah, they lay 250 eggs a year, but for all that fighting, yeah. Would it really be worth it? Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Largest breed of chicken. I'll look that up for you real quick. I'll look that up. The largest breed of chicken is the Jersey Giant Chicken. Huge birds originally in New Jersey, obviously. In the Northeast America, can weigh up to 13 pounds. Docile breed, good temperament. They can be excellent pets, and as long as you take care of them, yeah, they'd be good. That is the Jersey Giant. Although I think I've seen a buff Orpington rooster bigger than that. Some of my chickens can. Falcon is probably above 13 pounds. No, it's not. He's like 9 pounds, but he is massive for a rooster. Want to know why? I'd say about like 75% of it is because he eats too much. That rooster just loves like eating for some reason. I don't know what it is about him. What's going on with Lucas Outdoors? I don't know if he knows, but I gave you moderator last stream. You might notice that wrench around you. That's what I give to people that are respectable and I can trust. You see what's going on? I just figured I'd point that out because it's hard to, because it's easy to miss sometimes. It's hard to notice. You don't pick up on it too well, but once you pick up on it, you do realize that. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this bug as well, but there's like this weird bug where like if I open up a stream on mobile, there's like this massive like menu with all like the emojis on it. Like I open it up and it automatically spams a heart emoji, which is cool, but like no one's there, so it's not someone that's actually doing it. It's a UI bug. There's been a lot of those. There's not much you can do about it. To patiently wait till it gets addressed and fixed. They have a lot of these weird issues. So yeah, what is your dream chicken breed, everyone? As I said, a chicken breed, dual purpose, obviously. That's another thing I'll add. Like, you know, an 8-9 pound chicken that can lay a good amount of eggs, like maybe just about every day, still lives 6 to 18 years. Obviously, it's very hard to get a chicken to 18 years. I'm going to say like 6 to 13 or something like that. I want a chicken that can live for that long, comfortably, still lay eggs consistently, and have to be used for dual purpose. Now, you don't know how to use it? I'll show you real quick. If you notice a channel is spamming a lot of weird things, put them in timeout for a set amount of time, and if they're really spamming something bad, like they're linking to unspeakable things, I want to get age restrictions. So I don't say the actual word, that sort of stuff. Block them. So yeah. That's how you use it. You could probably find tutorials everywhere. There's standard and managing. Obviously, I think there's only like 2 managing. Yeah, good egg layer and a meat chicken. One of those is the Buff Orpingtons. You can get the Buff Orpingtons harvested at like 22 weeks, which is also about the time they lay their eggs. So as a pullet, you can start getting the meat. Yeah, we did meat chickens this year. I don't know if you guys remember. Back in May was a weird time of the calendar year, but it was a time of the year indeed, and we raised the meat chickens. I was debating on whether I'd actually like make a video, like we would actually show you how to harvest them, but I decided against it because it would be the first age-restricted video on this channel in a long time. Because I just breathed too much air. Wow. But either way, it is a little bit on the more gruesome side harvesting, but it's a natural process of life. And a lot of people clown on people for some reason for harvesting meat chickens. If you look at their legs, they can't even walk at around like 11 or 12 weeks when you start harvesting at least the Freedom Rangers. The Cornish hens are like 8 or 9 weeks, I think, or something like that. Those chickens lived a good life outside. They're outside. They're getting the fresh air they need and all the nutrients and grasses that they need in the water. And they weigh like 10 pounds. So you get a lot of good chicken out of that. I'll give you the quick rundown. You harvest them, and then you put them in the freezer. And there you go. You got some chicken that you can cook, either as a struggle meal or as a full meal. Trust me, that chicken is really good, and it's really satisfying. Yeah. Can a coon kill one of my chickens? Yes. I hate to admit it. 3-letter answer, as I just said, why, yes. Unfortunately, yeah. And they do it for sport. What they'll do is they'll go into the yard, right? They'll find the chicken they want to attack. Typically 1 to 3. I think at most maybe 4, but it's typically 1 to 3. They'll go in there. They'll take the chickens. They'll grab them by the head. They'll rip it off, right? They'll leave the body. They'll take the head. And it's basically like deer hunting, where you like have the rest of the body for its harvest, and then the head is put up as like a trophy. They sort of do that, but with chickens. They leave the body, except they don't even eat anything. They just take it as a trophy. That is a bad reason. So yeah, raccoons will kill your chickens. Oh, a coon did kill one of your chickens. So yeah, unfortunately they do kill a lot of chickens. One easy way, it's called hunting. I mean, it's pretty cool. You do a lot of hunting, so I mean, raccoon hunting is fairly easy from what I understand, but I'm probably wrong. So yeah, a raccoon can get your chickens. They will kill them in a pretty violent way. They'll leave like 80% of the chicken left. Typically, when I have a predator attack, it's either 99% of the chickens left, or 0% of it's left, or maybe like 1% because of the feathers and all. Either 98 or 0. The worst was Lovey. It was like 90% left. So yeah, the raccoons. Lesson of the day: raccoons aren't that cool. They like invading the trash can and make annoying sounds, and on top of that, they destroy things. And they eat the grass, yeah. Especially if you just put so much hard work into getting that shrub to look exactly how you want it to be. And then those raccoons, they come in, they take that shrub, and they leave smirking and laughing and yeah. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said the grass. I was about to say, yeah, they do eat it. And they do eat parts of the chicken, just not a lot of it. For the most part, they're just like trash pandas. They look like panda bears, and they dive into the trash. I'm misreading everything tonight. That's what happens when you get 6 hours of sleep. Good enough. I don't think I'll ever get enough on a good weekday. That's why I long for the weekends. So yeah. 40 minutes into the stream already. There's no way we're already 40 minutes in. So yeah. Good. A raccoon will get to your chickens, unfortunately. Lesson of the day. And there's nothing much you can really do about it. The best you can do is hunt it. And there's a chance that you got the wrong raccoon. And when you get the wrong chicken predator, that can be a real kick in the shin. Because it hurts a lot when you realize that you got the wrong thing. You took out the wrong animal. Instead, you just left the one that's been getting to your chickens left behind, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't know if anyone else has had issues with raccoons before in the past. I know I haven't. I think there's one time I ever saw a raccoon. That was when we had a baby raccoon around here. Saved it because it almost got hit by a car. Pretty sure its mother abandoned it. It was sent to a rescue center. This was in May 2020. May 16th, 2020 to be exact. I still remember that day. That fateful day where that raccoon wanted to be quite the annoyance. So, yeah. See, the raccoons will be everywhere. They will get everywhere. You just don't notice them immediately. You really just don't notice that the raccoons, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can get out there, you can get a little bit of hunting done, you can get a video out, you could like maybe vlog the process a little bit. Obviously don't show all of it, or else YouTube would probably age restrict it and all, but yeah. Looks like you got up to your 130 subscribers again, I think. Because you got the backflip bass fishing video all the way up to 9.4 thousand views. That's crazy. So you got that video up to 9.4 thousand views. Congratulations. Just want to say that, though. But yeah, congratulations on your 130. Even though it's 146 now. But other than that, though, yeah, hunting will be a big help. Especially for things like deer when they're eating your foliage in the garden. They can like really, really badly impact it sometimes. So yeah. Also, you're at 99 videos. I just figured I'd point that out. You're at 99 videos. I know I'm probably already pointing out the obvious. Yep. See, the raccoons will keep trying to get to the chickens, unfortunately, and there isn't much you can really do about it. But there is a chance that it stops when it finds better sources. The bobcat was only here during the dead of the winter, when it was not really the chilliest, just the most non-active part of the year. The most irrelevant time of the year was when that bobcat decided it was going to have some chicken dinner. And it got those chickens. Took them, and it just left. And yeah, they'll come in the winter, especially over here where we get snow and very cold weather down from the negative numbers and stuff like that. And they're going to get pretty desperate. But once they find better food sources, once things start getting out, and getting out of their hibernation and stuff like that, then you'll notice a decrease in the amount of things that are amount of chickens that are being killed is they might have moved on to a better food source. But if you have a lot of chickens and the coyote discovers that, you might be able to consider yourself screwed on that one. Alright, that's pretty cool. I mean, I've never hunted a deer before. I'm trying, actively trying. I live in a state with a little bit of restricted laws and that sort of stuff, so a little bit of trading must go into that sort of stuff, but I'm going to try to get it in the future. Because I've always been intrigued by deer hunting. I've always wanted to have the satisfaction of knowing that this deer won't be attacking my garden next year. But other than that, yeah, it does help a lot with the ecosystems and stuff like that, especially when you have a decrease in those predators out there. Like those predators out there, when they find your chickens, they're annoying. It feels like they're everywhere. But then you realize there's only like 3 of them. And they're not taking care of the deer. They're taking care of the chickens. Like, come on, move away from the chickens. There's deer out there you can get. Stop them from getting to the garden. We need a balanced ecosystem out there. The chickens are not part of it. Please stay away from the chickens. That is one thing I wish I could tell every single thing that's killed my chickens, which is literally everything that's lived here before. They live there rent-free. Take your chickens as they please, unfortunately. So, yeah. We're going to make it up to an hour on the stream, and I'm going to go get some more dinner. And, yeah. We're getting pretty close to an hour. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying so far. This is the time where the panel is open. I'm going to pin that up there. And also, if you didn't notice, at the bottom of the screen is a set list of commands. I'm probably going to add more. Right now, I have 3. 92 for a channel link drop. Exclamation mark chickens, and then weather followed by your zip code will give you the weather for the specified location. I just figured I'd point that out. It's a way that I enhance the streams a little bit. So you type like weather followed by like some random zip code, you can get the weather for that location. It might take a couple seconds to process it, but other than that, once Nightbot wakes up from his sleep, he'll answer most of the commands. But yeah. All you gotta do is type that number. I'll just show you. Type 92, and then you hope and pray the Nightbot wakes up from his sleep. Which looks like his alarm clock just went off, and he's waking up. So yeah, I will be actively trying to wake up. There we go. Let's hope that. I almost closed out of the page yet again. So that number right there, simple two things can get your entire channel link dropped, and everyone can go over there and help support. Oh, why did the quality dip? 144p, absolutely not get out of there. So yeah. So those are the commands I have right now. Tell me which ones I should add next, because I'm always open to feedback on these streams. I want to make sure people have good experiences on these streams. Yeah. Trying to get your other channels more subscribers. Same over here, man. I'm actively trying, but I don't always ask for shoutouts. Like what I do is I just I ask for shoutouts initially to get those initial subscribers to go over, and then once all that's said and done, I post the video, post a short something like that to get it all kicked off. And past that point, it's literally magic. Past that point. Then you get a steady influx of subscribers, and it helps a little bit with growing the channel. I'll tell you that for a fact. Yeah. So if you're trying to get the subscribers on the other channels, all you gotta do, post a little bit of shorts on there. And it'll help you a lot. Believe it or not. It'll help a whole lot when you're trying to grow other channels. And consistent uploads is one thing. Consistent uploads. If you want the satisfaction, the dopamine hit of being like, oh, this video did really great, I'm proud of myself. Well, then one thing I recommend for you is consistency. You gotta dust yourself off. Once you're done, if you fall down, dust yourself off and get right back up, man. Nothing's stopping you. That's the one thing I say. Nothing's stopping you from getting back up. Just dust yourself off and get back up there. The recline will be pretty easy. Trust me. So yeah, it's the one tip I'd recommend for anyone that's trying to grow brand new channels. Always be open to a little bit of criticism. Yeah. So yeah, just be open to a little bit of criticism. It helps a whole lot. You're finding more subscribers Trust me, you'll overtake some of the people that you know eventually. Don't worry. You'll achieve all the goals you want. And that's something I can promise. If you put in the work, obviously. It's something I can say with confidence, but it's something that you can also sort of act on as well. You can get... I'm, right now, to my understanding, the most subscribed person in the school. Because everyone else is either a TikToker or a SoundCloud rapper. And those SoundCloud raps are not good. They have like 200 streams in total. So yeah, don't be discouraged by the people that are bigger than you, because they found the secret that works. And the reason I don't share those secrets with you is because everyone has a different secret to success. For me, it's those chicken videos. Everyone likes the chicken videos. The gardening videos, on the other hand, The best performing gardening video of the year was the gourd harvest, in terms of how many times it got recommended. Best performing in total, I don't know off the top of my head. Best performing chicken video, my most viewed video, if you classify that as a chicken video, obviously. Best performing chicken short, we don't talk about that, okay? We don't talk about that. You have to scroll down like to like the one I posted back in June. So we don't really talk about the shorts I posted back in November going into December of this year. We don't want to talk about that, don't worry. They don't exist. They're just an illusion. The real ones are the chickens. Just find something that works for you. That's the one thing I recommend. Once you find something that works, success will be pretty quick after that. That's the one thing I've noticed. Yeah. Oh my, I misunderstood that. The way you worded it just there, that just said your friend had more subscribers for a second. And I was like, oh, you can probably overtake me to find the secret, but... Oh, if you want to get your friends more subscribers, you just feature them. That's what I do. And then also shout them out in community posts. That right there is something that really, really helps a lot with helping out a lot of other people. So yeah, always make sure to leave a link and always show that additional support to that person. So basically, I just went on a whole side tangent because of a misunderstanding of words. Yeah. I do help a lot of people out. I try to help as many people out as possible with this one because I obviously want people to grow. I don't really mind if they eventually find a way to overtake me. As long as they put in the effort and they're not like filming a video with like a blank screen and some text saying, oh, I'm sorry I'm not uploading today for every video. As long as you're not doing that, you should be able to find quick and easy success. And don't treat success as a cash grab. Treat it as an opportunity. Because it'll be building on top of it eventually. You're setting out the foundation, now you gotta build the house. Seems like a lot, but once you get the hang of it, not that hard. Getting 53 minutes into the stream, I'm impressed by how well I've been able to maintain myself throughout the stream. Because it's been a really long day for me personally. I had to go to school today, wake up at 5:30. And then, actually not 5:35. Bus came at 5:30, picked me up, hour and a half bus ride. School starts at 7, and then gets out at like 1:30. Then another 2-hour bus ride home. It's just been a long day. Especially considering that in the morning, for some reason, like it's indented to like every single school bus driver's brain that they have to go 25 over during the morning and 25 under in the afternoon. So that just makes the bus rides longer. And bus rides in the morning shorter. Especially when it's cold out. Like you just want to be in a place that's at least somewhat heated. And yeah, when it's like really cold out and you don't want to waste a lot of time trying to run into the building. It sucks. And I'm a little bit terrified for what this winter has to bring with us, especially if they're saying those 30-inch snowstorms that are supposed to be coming this winter are true. If those 30-inch snowstorms are coming, man, this winter's gonna suck. Sorry, I prefer a lot of 6-inch snowstorms than one 30-inch snowstorm. I mean, yeah, it's cool and all for like 2 days. Like, it starts snowing, get some nice content, you can do some reaction, and then, poof, it becomes the most miserable thing you have to do. Snow blowing is pretty fun sometimes, but then you have to do this cool thing called, then you have to do this really cool thing called avoiding snow if you don't have snow gear on. And it sucks. It's not that cool. Trust me. It's something that I have to do, especially when we get a lot of that white powder in the winter. So yeah. When you get that white stuff that falls out of the sky in the winter, it makes the ground into a mess. I want slush. You know how much I hate slush. I like to emphasize that I hate slush. It's a substance is wet enough that it can get your shoes wet, but still dry enough that like you won't really notice it until afterwards. And then when it freezes over, it creates an ice skating rink, which I mean would be cool. But like, yeah, that's it. I don't know what KG stands for, to be honest. I'm sorry, I just don't know what it stands for. It's just something that keeps happening. I don't know what a lot of things stand for nowadays. It's like when someone uses a new acronym for like in text, I always have to like look it up for some reason. Because I don't know a lot of these acronyms now. I just use the real thing. Like if I'm saying I'm on my way, I say on my way, not OMW for some reason. So yeah, I don't know what that is, but if you like tell me just a little bit about it, I'll probably be able to figure that out. Oh, Kendall Gray, I know exactly what you're talking about. He's pretty cool. Watched a couple of his videos. I don't remember. It's been a little while since I watched him. Pretty sure he does like outdoors content. He's pretty nice channel, I must say. He got a little bit over 3 million subscribers. Pretty nice channel. Not 3 million. I went to the wrong channel. It's 2 million. Close enough. Pretty nice content. Fishing appears to be the main course. It's pretty nice. I mean, I've done a little bit of fishing before. I don't know about any of you guys in the chat before, but I've done some fishing. And the fishing I've done kind of sucked. Because I did it in a local pond. Not in like a really good body of water that has all the fish that you could possibly ever want and ask for. Instead, I fished in a local pond where just about everything under there has been discovered. It's a reservoir. So you don't really find a lot of things in there. You may be able to get some crayfish and all. That's really it. But I've done fishing recently. I was able to catch a couple things. I've done crayfishing a lot in the summer when the water level's high enough. I can catch a couple crayfish and all those tiny little... I think they're called minnows, but I'm pretty sure I just said them wrong. But yeah. But yeah, those cool little fish that you can catch out there, they're pretty cool. I've seen a lot of fish in the ocean before, that's for sure. Just, if you really open your eyes when you're in the ocean, you'll see the fish everywhere, man. So we're getting close to that time of the stream. We start to close out. So I'll use these last 3 minutes of stream to open for some feedback and some criticism, all that whatnot. Maybe some improvement suggestions for the videos. And maybe some Q&As for future reference. Who's my favorite YouTuber? That's a hard question. That's a very hard question. I'd say personally, my favorite YouTuber is probably like the fellow channels that helped me grow personally. So we have like Micro Farmer, Big Feathers Farm, Hands in the Dirt, Old Man King Homestead. All those people are really great people. If I were to go, my favorite gotta be the one got me all started out, which is Micro Farmer. He makes some pretty cool videos out there, so I'd recommend checking him out. His video, he's the sole example of you don't need a 4K 60 FPS camera to make quality content. This is very great content you can see over there. So yeah. I mean, his live schedule isn't as what it used to be, but he's done them recently, like a month ago. He's the channel that got it all started out, man. You gotta appreciate the people that are around you, though. You got two pet, whatever the crawdads or whatever. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but that's pretty cool. You get the they're pretty much everywhere in like the little streams and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just about an hour in at 59 minutes and we're at 50. We're now an hour in. Now. I just figured I'd say thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, be sure to click that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. And I'm out of here. I have to eat dinner now.